Hello, what's up friends? Welcome back to my channel. This is Oston called Cypher, back again with a simple tutorial on web development. So what you're going to be looking at today are the on-scroll animation events, like when the user is scrolling through your website, how things get fading in, fading out, popping up, flipping, doing any kind of animation you have ever seen on the website. So we are having this site called wow.js.uk, and I think these guys are the one who made it possible to create such a library or framework, however you can call it. So when the user is scrolling through your website and things be popping up like that, sliding in from left and right, popping up, flipping, so those kind of animations are the ones we're going to be trying to be looking at. And to achieve this, you need to be having this wow.js and Animate.css. So what you're going to be doing, I see where my cursor is right now rotating from, there is GitHub. So I'm going to be right clicking only, and I say open a new tab. And I'm also going to go to this link called Animate.css, right click, open in a new tab. So those are the two things you have to be having. You have to download the wow.js files and the animate.css, and you can go and view it on GitHub or download it directly from here. So I'll click download. For this case, I'm just showing you how you can download. I already have it. So, and I will tell you will navigate where you want to download the file from. I'll say on my desktop, and I say save. So that's for the CSS. You can see the different types of animation it offers: shake, and the stuff will shake. So we are done with animate.css. So the one we clicked on for wow.js brought us to this page, and you click here where you see my cursor rotating from, where there is scroll and download. Click there and say download zip. Click download zip, and it will also ask you where to put the folder. Just click yes, it is on the desktop, so I'm going to leave that side. And as you can see, this is the animate.css and the wow zip files here. So what I'm going to do is right click on it, and I go, for you guys, you may be having your own WinRAR stuff for extracting, but may go to zip7 and I say extract here. So I want the same folder to appear here, and they will give me such folder. What you have to do is go inside this folder, look for this folder called disk. I don't know how you pronounce that, but that's how I have pronounced it, disk. So enter inside this folder and get either this wow.js or wow.mini.js. So I prefer this because it's very light, and yeah, it will be making your website very fast than this one, which will sometimes make it lag behind, but it's better use this wow.mini. So make sure you put these two files in the folder where you're going to be carrying out your demos from. But for this case, for me, I already have a folder here, and I gave them different folders. So wow with wow mini, and the main one, they're inside the folder called JS, and for the animate is inside this of CSS, inside this folder of CSS. And if you go back to the site, that's all what we need to be having. So I created a simple site here, and it's saying, hey, welcome to wow.js plus animate.css on scroll animation events. And if we start to scroll through this site, you will see things popping up. and you see such nice looking animations. So that's what happens when you introduce such libraries and frameworks on your website. So it won't happen again when I scroll up, because it's a one-time run event unless the user reloads your website again. So I'm going to reload and relose everything from this side, because I deleted everything in the background or behind the scene when you're not seeing. So we're going to be creating a new site or demo for this. As I said, I'm using Sublime Text and I can see the folders I'm working with. This is the file or web browser we are going to be coding from, and these are the folders having our different files we need to use. And as you can see, I have introduced another framework, Bootstrap, but don't mind about this. I just want to give it some layout, nice layout. And I have linked Animate.css, the one having all those animations we are seeing, but I have not yet linked the wow.js. So it's better or good practice to always put the JavaScript files below your document, because it enables it to load fast, and lastly it will load the JavaScript files than putting them in the head section, which can lead to less loading on your website. So I'm going to link these files, script. I'll take off this type and I put the source. So the source is inside this folder called JS. So you first write the folder. This is how you write directories. The folder is JS, and inside I'm going to use the minified version, wow.mini.js. Save that, and I'm also going to now initialize wow.js, and this is how you initialize wow. You say new wow, open those brackets, say dot init. So you're initializing it on your web page. Basically this is what you have to write, only linking it to your web page and making sure you initialize it to fire off those animations when the user scrolls on your web page. That's what we need only. So let's start to working on our layout. And as I said, I have included Bootstrap only to give me some nice looking layout. I'm going to start by creating a div, and I give it a class of raw. So the other images you saw scrolling, they're inside these different divs. And I'm going to create a div. I'm going to give it a class of col-lg column large, and I want it to cover 3 columns. So I'm going to include an image here up. So I'm having a folder here called image. You may design it on anything you want, but for me I decided to include these images. And inside these images I'm going to be using the pic1, pic2 and pic3. So I'm going to say pic1.jpg. This is the file extension, and I'm going to create here some styling for these images, because if you are to check there right now, these images are very big. As you can see, it's very big. So I'm going to create some styling here for it, and I'm going to say img. So I'm targeting the tag name, and I'm going to say width is 100%. So this image has to be inside this div. Sorry for that. It has to be 100% for the parent div, which is having this class of LG. So if you have to check there right now, have I saved this document? Sorry, 100%, and we shall be having this. As you can see, that's better now. Inside this I'm going to create some h1 and I say I'm just going to guess the version, iPhone 6, and below it I put the unordered list URL, and I create the list items, and I'm just going to forge memory. I'm going to say dash 16 GB. So these are fake details because we have nothing to put on the site. And I'm going to say color, and I'm going to leave it to dash dimension. I'm going to leave it to dash also, and this is how it's going to be looking like. So I'm going to copy this div from here. I'm going to copy it here again, and I change the pick to and this one to 6 plus, and I change this capacity to 32. If you have to check it, it's going to go on the next line. So these are bootstrap grid system. I'm going to put that also there. I make this pick 3, and I put this memory capacity to 64 GB, and that's how it's going to be looking like. And I'm going to add the last one to pick 4, and I put this to 128 GB. So this one is going to be iPhone 7, and I make this one X, and we are having our nice looking layout images. So I'm going to put some oval shape on them. I'm just going to go to my styling, and I say border radius of 100%, and that's how they are going to be displayed. Now let me put some h1 here so that they leave some space up, and I say welcome to wow.js plus Animate.css tutorial. So that's how they're looking like. And I'm going to put some break tag here. Save it, and that's it. Now basically the layout is done. Let me remove also the bullet points. Say UL LI, and I say list style none. I don't want to see bullets there on the list items. Yeah, and we are good to go. Now we want to apply some cool animation on these 4 images, iPhone 6, 6 plus, 7 and X. We want to apply the animations you saw in the beginning when we are handling these different animation types. Since we are done with this nice looking layout and the little details we are having, it's time to add the cool animations you saw in the beginning of this video. I'll go to the text editor where you are designing the web page from. So basically, when you want to add animations to the elements on your web page or website, as you can see, we already provided a class. So, and to pass on different classes or perimeter of classes, just need to space from the first class and add your own custom class you want. So right now on our website we are having 2 frameworks or libraries. We have the wow.js and Animate wow.css. You'll forgive me for the language or English. I'm kinda too fast, and I'm sorry for that. Now, since we are having two libraries on our web page or website, we shall first write wow. And what wow does, wow holds the events or the perimeters. So for it has the different perimeters, like when the user scrolls in this type of perimeter, fire off this animation. When the user has not yet reached in those height perimeters, please don't fire off that animation. So that's why you first write wow. So it's kinda the one in control. It tells the web browser what time to fire off the animation. So when you have written wow, then pass in the type of animation you want to happen. And for this case, we want fade in left. Fade in. And these classes are case sensitive. So the way you're seeing it is the way you have to write it, because that's how they stored it in this file of Animate.css. So this is the class name they gave it. So make sure you don't write anything in lowercase. The one you're seeing in lowercase, write it the way it is. The one you're seeing in uppercase, write it the way it is. So we are saying wow and space. This is the class called wow, and this is the animation from Animate.css, and it's called fade in left. If I save this and preview it in the browser, you're going to see it fades in from the left. So what you're going to do is copy these two classes. Let's put them on every parent div you see with this class of LG3. Save. Go to the next element. Just paste the class and paste. Ctrl V on my keyboard is what I'm placing. And I also give it to the last element. I'm giving it to the last element. And when I refresh this page, you will see we are having a uniform animation. But as you can see, they are all popping out at the same time. Are you seeing? They come at the same time, same second. Everything is uniform. But what we want to do is get one by one fading in. We don't want them to appear at the same time. So we want to make it look cool. Now it has another attribute. So attribute, we say data dash wow dash delay. So we are setting the delay to every element we are targeting. So it's better I start it from this side. Let's start it on the first element. So as we can see, this one fade in first, second, third, and lastly that one, the fourth one. So we are going to go to the first element, which is this one, and we add this attribute called data dash wow dash delay. It has very many attributes. It has the duration, offset, this delay, and very many. But for this case, I'm trying to show you the basic ones, the easier ones you can get to learn or master in your head right now. But I'm going to make sure I leave the links in the description below so that you go and read some documentation about this wow.js. So here we have set an attribute called data dash wow dash delay, and we set the seconds. So it's going to be 0.5 seconds. So that's what we have given to the first element. We want it to come first. Then we do the same to this one, data dash wow dash delay, and we say this one has to take 0.8 seconds. Then let me copy this so that we don't waste a lot of time on something you're seeing again and again. So the third one, we want it to take 1 second, and lastly the fourth one, we want it to take 1.5 seconds. So let's refresh and see. As you can see, they come fading in one by one. So the first one, second one, and fourth one. So those are the different animations we are seeing. Let me also, so there are very many animations. We have flip, so let us make all of them flip and see. Flip. So you may think, hey, it's showing us only fading. Maybe it's the crammed one right now. So we also have flip. As you can see, it takes the time delay and the other one. So flip looks weird. We are going to go back to our normal class of fading left, like that. So we are saying, yeah, animations are done, but we want to see when the user is scrolling on your website, will still those effects run, or it will be static? They will automatically run when the user comes on the web page. So allow me create some fake paragraphs here below our parent div with the class of row, which is this one. No, this stuff was supposed to be out. Let's put it outside this. Let's see. Yeah, so our animations are working. Basically, this is what has made you to watch this tutorial, but we are going to create some fake paragraphs here, and I'm going to add these paragraphs, and I'm going to duplicate them so that we get space for our scroll animation. So I'm going to paste it like that. So that's a big paragraph you are having there. So I'm just going to copy it so that we get room for showing the animation event when somebody is scrolling on your website. Let me see, is that enough? Yeah, I guess this is enough. So right now you're seeing you'll be presented to such a web page with some fake text as you're seeing mine, but when the user scrolls down, that's when these animations will fire off, and when you go up, nothing will happen. Come down, nothing will happen. So it's a one-time event that sets off. When you reload, sorry, I was supposed to go back up. So when I reload, this is how I approach a website. Nothing is happening, everything is static. But when I start to scroll down, then wow.js tells Animate.css, hey, it's time to fire off this animation. The user has already scrolled down. So that's when Animate.css brings in that class, as you can see here. So on their website, if you scroll down to there is where they tell you about the documentation. So here is my internet on, it was off. So you will go on their site and basically read about this documentation. Let me try to show you some basic stuff. As you can see, they're having their funny, nice looking animations, and here they tell you how to set up wow.js. First of all, you link the animation library, which is Animate.css, and it's what we have done here. We have linked it. This is Animate.css, and they tell you when you're done with that, link and activate the wow.minified.js, and make sure you initialize it like this, And that's what we did down here. If you remember in the beginning, this is what I did. I linked their file on my web page and I initialized it so that it fires off and starts to work, as you have seen. And here they tell you how you can now target different elements. First of all, you have to give it this class of wow. Then you add the animation style you want. As you can see here, they showed you some bounce in up. And yeah, that's it guys. Thanks for watching. If this tutorial was useful to you, please go ahead, give it a thumbs up, share it on different social medias, and yeah, I'll always see you in the next tutorials. As I told you, my tutorials are very simple, as you have seen. Extra tip, as you can see, you can easily turn them off for mobile devices or on. So I'm going to make sure I leave the links in the description below so that you go and read about it, its documentation, how you can control animations for different devices. So guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe with these cool animations. Peace.